I am always on the search for quality pieces on a budget for us plus size apple shapes. I personally don't have a big budget to spend on my wardrobe, and I do believe that it's far more important to have a couple of quality pieces we can mix and match rather than have a wardrobe full of stuff that we don't wear. Now, for today's video, I've been on Shein. I found a new sub-brand called REGALYN, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I found this new sub-brand and I really like the style of it. So it all comes down to, is the quality there for it? And I'm taking the hardship out of it for you. I've done the shopping, I'm doing the testing, and I will give you my opinion, and then it's just down to you whether or not the pieces are for you. But a little plus size haul for us apple shapes from this sub-brand. Let's get stuck into it. This was the piece that started it all. It looked amazing. I'm not even going to say on the model, because at this sub-brand, none of the clothes are displayed on models. They're just kind of laying out on a sofa or hung up or something like that. It's rather annoying because you can't see them on a model. I was fully sure this jacket was going to be lined. I thought it was going to be a jacket. This is a piece of fabric and it's not lined. It's very thin, but I do love the aesthetic of it. Oh dear. Next. Okay, we got a blazer, and this one at least is lined. Very soft, quality feels a lot better. Okay, this one is a lot better. There's a few loose threads in here, but that's not unheard of. But everything is so creased. Functioning pockets, and it was fully lined. This blazer is quite sweet. I like the color of it. I like the fact that it's shaped very gently to my waist. How does it look when we just have it hanging open? Yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad. I can't say I'm madly in love and feel like I must have it in my wardrobe, but I am not mad at it. I think it's a little bit big on my shoulders. Look, the shoulders are a little bit far out, and I think that's what's kind of off with it for me. But this one, no, this one is nice. As long as we can iron out all the creases, then this blazer is actually nice. So yeah, this one I'm happy with. The material of this shirt is completely different than what I expected. I was expecting a shirt material, but in fact, this is really soft, really stretchy. It feels more like a pair of workout leggings than it does a top. It's really comfortable, and I really like the aesthetic of the shirt. I'll show you the rest of it in a minute. We do have a seam going around here, which doesn't really work for me because I'm a tugger. It also comes with a belt, but I just wanted to show it to you like this because this is how I would wear it and how I actually really like it. But this shirt is more meant for those of us who don't like tugging, and that's brilliant. We have the seam, we have the loops for the belt here, but I purposely kept the belt off because I want to show it to you up close. This belt is the same material as the top, really soft and stretchy, metal belt buckle, metal buttons as well, but the buckle is cheap. It looks cheap and it feels cheap, but I want to show you this because this is just a piece of fabric. If I take this belt and loop it up and close it up like you would normally, right, this belt, even if I stretch it out, you see that? When I pull it, it'll naturally it would just scrunch up like this. And it looks really cheap. It looks really rubbish, and I wouldn't recommend using it. If you love this top and it's fab, I would find a belt in the same color, a structured belt, and put on instead. But I will tie it up for you so at least you can see the idea. And then obviously you would have the belt buckle there. So let me just stick that there. Right, that would be the idea of it. And I think it's very sweet. It's a fantastic piece for us apple shapes, absolutely. The belt just lets it down. And for me, who is a tugger, the belt and this seam just doesn't work. So I really like the top. It's just not for me, but this is a fantastic piece for us apple shapes, and the quality is really nice on it. Well, if you love vintage inspired, I think this top may be for you. Once again, really creased, which is really, really annoying me. But this top is really, really sweet. It feels like a cotton material. I have no doubt that it's polyester, but look at the waist. Look. Once again, I think this top is not meant to be tucked in. I purposely left it out, and I think it's because it's sewn that it has that little bit of flare around it, which I think is very sweet. We do have a zip up the side. I didn't need it to put it on, but it's there nevertheless. Isn't this sweet? I think this top is adorable. Shall we just try and tuck it in? I know it probably doesn't look too good with my brown trousers, but it's what we've got. It's what we've got today. So, okay, the neckline is definitely a little bit overpowering on me, that's for sure, but I'm very top heavy as it is. But I do like it. I think this is adorable. And I must admit the quality is really nice on it. There's a little bow sitting there. Look at that. That's adorable. Should we not put that out like that? That's adorable. It's not for me, in fairness, but I really do like this one. Another blazer style piece, once again unlined. These two pieces were sold separate, but I actually assumed that they belong together because I feel like they look like they belong together. But in fact, the material of the two pieces are completely different. This is a shiny satin, and this is a more dull kind of polyester fabric. There was a belt. Okay, I definitely need something underneath because I'm definitely exposed. Oh, do you know what? Just like the other top, this one has the same kind of fabric belt. But because this fabric is a little bit more structured, look how much nicer this sits. And this is all to do with the fabric. This is a very long belt, which is good. But there's long and then there's too long. The only other thing with this, because it's a satin belt, this just slips and slides. Every time I move, so does the belt. So, okay, I feel like I got pajamas on. And this is why a jacket needs to be lined. Look, this seam, because this is just a piece of fabric like that. That's not sewn in place. When you move, this pops out. This is why a jacket always needs to be lined. Always, always, always. If it hadn't because this jacket was unlined, I would really have liked it. I like the material of it. It's a nice sturdy satin fabric. It has a really nice fit. Yes, I definitely need to wear something underneath it, and I would add a little shoulder pad to it. I like the top. With the trousers, I think it looks like I have pajamas on. They are elasticated in the waist. Sadly, no pockets. I'd missed that part. But we have the buttons to the side here. They do have a nice enough fit. I do think they're nice enough, but again, I'm not like madly in love. I have to have them. The quality of the material is not bad. Not bad. I have a feeling though that this black fabric, if I sat on the floor with the dog or lifted him up for a cuddle, I would have half a dog on this material in no time. Okay, this is sweet. This is sweet. No, it is not lined, not even down by the sequins, but the sequins are just sewn onto the fabric. This dress is really, really cute. Oh, it is a little bit snug on the tummy there. The tummy bulges a little bit, but maybe that's just because I need a bigger size. Yes, a little bit snug there in the back as well. Maybe half a size bigger would have done me better, but this dress is cute. I like the fact that it has a modest neckline, which is still low, a little peekaboo, the nice wide straps, and then the sequins down at the bottom. I like this. Yes, I do. The last piece I have is a skirt, and we have a belt that's the exact same as the others. Let's just do the test and see how structured this belt is. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Do we have loops? We have belt loops. I am still not a fan of these belts. I still think they're annoying. I don't think they're structured enough. But at least this one will kind of sit. It does slide a little bit as well. So yeah, I wouldn't use the belt. But anyway, my last piece is a little skirt, and it's the aesthetic of this skirt that I absolutely love. Once again, the material, it's not the best quality. It's very thin, and there's just not enough structure in this skirt. It is a full button down. All the buttons open up, so you can open as many or as few as you want. I'm not mad at this skirt. I'm not. I do like the aesthetic of it. It's there. but it's just not, wow, I have to have it. It's just not. The quality of these pieces are just not good enough to want to keep in my wardrobe. That's my problem. It's like they look good on the surface, but when you look closer at them, they're just not perfect. The aesthetic of the sub-brand looks fantastic, but as I say, nothing has been modeled, unmodeled. Everything is just lying there. You do get a close-up of a lot of the fabrics, which looks great on the surface, but again, you can't tell the thickness or the quality of a material just from a picture. We need to have the actual feel and the touch, and I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. This was a real bummer. I don't think any of the pieces warrant even the price tag that they came with. So everything is going back. But listen, if you like any of the pieces, I will link them in the description box for you, just in case you want to try your hand at them. But that's it for today. If you made it this far and sat through the ads, thank you so much, because that's how you help with my channel. Will you do me one last favor and leave me a green heart for today, just to let me and the algorithm know that you made it to the end. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.